Good afternoon, welcome back to the daily vlog. I am here at the same job where I was at last Saturday. I'll probably be here for a few weekends until I get the complete house done with carpet. So the gentleman actually had someone else come and start installing this, and after the first room he had him stop. He was not happy with it. So what I'm doing right now today is I'm going to redo this gentleman's seam, the one that started the job. So let's turn around and see what we're getting into. Okay, so this is the seam that I'm redoing right here, and you can plainly see, I mean, it's just not well done at all. There's actually a couple, well, you can just pick up on it right there. It's not really stuck good at all. That is noticeable like that all the way down the seam. Now the big row, the super noticeable line is where I just ran a row because I was wanting to see what I could do. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to run me 2 rows as close to the seam as I can, just like so, all the way down through there. And then I'll do the same thing on the other side over here and just try to take out as least amount as possible. Maybe if I can get by with 3/4 of an inch or an inch, cut it apart, pull it over and pull the tape off of it and put my seam back together, I'll probably be fine with just stretching it right back over here. So I only want to try to cut on each side of their seam the least amount as possible so I can get it put back together and stretched back over. So you can plainly see right here why the seam stood out like a sore thumb. With that put together like so, all kinds of fibers was mashed underneath the seam down in the glue. You can even look here on the back and see fibers still under the tape after I cut off a good bit of the seam. Okay, so by the time I get this put back together, that is going to be this much short. That's good. 1.25 inches. That's going to be a rough stretch to get this thick carpet back over there. Okay, so I'm getting this pulled up to the end here and getting it cut, and I just thought that was tucked ugly right there. But I got to the end of the seam here and realized that they cut it short and just stuffed a piece in there. So now I am this much short on the end wall as well. They stuffed that in there. So because I'm going to have such a dramatic stretch trying to get this back over on the ends of this, I turned me a piece of tape sideways to give me a little bit more reinforcement on the very end of it so it don't come apart whenever I do my super stretch to get it back to the wall. Okay. Got the seam made up, the spot where it was short right there. I just took and put a patch on it a few inches back. I came back in here somewhere so I wouldn't be right by the tack strip. So give myself a few inches there. This is always best. But anyway, we are ready to stretch it in. Let's hope I can get it. This is a lot right here. Right there, look at that. It's like, goodness gracious, it's gonna be rough. This is a thick carpet too. Let that tension sit on there for a minute, and it pulls it loose. Makes everything stretch and relax a little bit. Let it sit for maybe a minute. Then I'll come back and crank on it some more. I also forgot to mention, whenever I was stretching up that 1.5 inches there, or 1.25 inches, whatever it was a lot anyway. I wanted to point out that I did I did strengthen up the tack strip. I left the original tack strip, but I did strengthen it up with my underlayment gun. I shot a bunch of 1.25 inch staples all in the tack strip right there, so I didn't have to worry about pulling off, because I knew as much as I stretched, it was definitely going to be tight. If I had not have, I'm sure it would have ripped that tack strip right out the floor. Well, we accomplished our goal. We got it all up here. I actually had about 1 inch to tuck in there. That way when it did come back a little bit, it didn't pull all the way out. So, I can't even remember where my patch was over here, but it is in there, invisible. You can't find it. So everything worked out real good. It was a mega stretch up there for sure, but the seam is together good. Looks beautiful. Won't have any issues out of it. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes today's daily vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed this. It was a little bit time consuming doing stuff like that, but it always is whenever you're fixing somebody else's stuff. It usually takes a little bit longer because you're dealing with stuff that's not brand new, so it takes longer than it does when it was new, or if it was new. But it's always fun because it will always sharpen you up. It'll make you think outside of the box if you only do new construction all the time, or new installs all the time. Doing a little bit of repair work from time to time is actually good for you, because like I said, it'll sharpen you up a little bit. It'll make you do a little bit more thinking. Easy now. A little bit more thinking than you have to do on the average new install. So don't be scared to take on those little bitty repairs. They're good for you. Thank you guys for tuning in. Until next time, until tomorrow, FBSB is out.